Facebook feed, Tomi Lahren is one of the hottest rising stars in conservative media and social media right now. So everyone, please welcome Tomi Lahren.
All right, 5-on-1. This will be a fair fight.
Why do you think you've resonated with so many people?
I think, in large part, I represent middle America. So you've got the two coasts, and those individuals seem to kind of just talk to each other. Yeah. And then you've got all of middle America right there that's dying to have a voice. They don't really feel like they have one. They're not represented, beyond their communities. So I think they watch me and they say, well, she speaks like I do. She thinks like I do. She seems to maybe get it like I do. And I think that's why it's resonated. And also, I do something very different. There's not a whole lot of young conservative women out there. And so I provide that for a lot of young women. They don't have.
Feminists and lonely liberals love to discredit Tomi, not because of her age, but because of her good looks and sharp intellect. Something none of the women on The View have.
I remind them that I'm sitting at the table with folks that are far older than me, and I'm here at 24, so I'm doing something right. Something that I'm doing is working.
Now, Tomi, far older, please, let's not date us.
Not you, ladies.
Okay.
Talk about Bill Maher.
Okay, good.
Sarah, you're only 25, so I mean, come on.
It's like I just started to feel old. Let's dial that back.
Personally, yeah. But let's talk about your voice, and let's talk about some hot topics, because that's what we do here. President Trump's travel ban 2.0, because this is the second one, was blocked earlier this week. 6 federal judges now have said that it's unconstitutional. But you support his plan. Are all those judges wrong?
I believe so. I don't believe it's unconstitutional. They're going with the Establishment Clause, but I think folks fail to also remember that the Establishment Clause in the Constitution doesn't cover non-citizens, A, and B, he is under his, and I think you could maybe attest to this as well, it is under his jurisdiction to be able to do this. He is able.
But didn't he shoot himself in the foot when he said a Muslim ban? Come on.
But this isn't a Muslim ban. This isn't a Muslim ban. Well, no, unless all the Muslims in the world have been able to pack themselves into 6 countries, this is not a Muslim ban. For a Muslim ban, India would be included. It's a high Muslim population. So, to me, this isn't a Muslim ban.
Does it bother you that he leaves out, like, Saudi Arabia, where he has a business?
No, I
or
agree.
Egypt,
I definitely think Saudi Arabia should be included. I do.
So should Trump add countries, or is it unconstitutional to ban travel to these 6 countries? I'm confused. I thought it was racist. Why would you want to add another country to the list?
The issue for me was that his rhetoric during the campaign, when you say stuff during a campaign like, you want to ban all Muslims or ban all Muslims. Or
to quote him specifically, he said, eliminate all radical Islamic terror. I'm not sure how much clearer we can make that.
Say that that's not a problem would be to completely miss the real threat at hand. We have to name the enemy. That doesn't mean all Muslims are the enemy, but we look at these 6 countries, we can see they have a serious problem with terrorism. They have a serious problem with extremism, and it's Islamic extremism. We need to be honest. If we can't be honest, we're going to continue to chase our tails, and Americans aren't going to be safe, and Muslims are not going to be safe.
Let's talk a little bit. If we can move on, we have some investigations that are potentially going on right now, and I'm someone who supported investigations into Hillary's emails, into Benghazi, into the IRS targeting conservative groups. I'm sure you were on board with those as well. But now you have an investigation of the Trump campaign and his potential ties to Russia.
Of course,
also think that that's a valid investigation, given that we know that his campaign had contact with Russian officials last year. That was at the same time that Russia, we know now, was in fact trying to interrupt our democratic process. Do you support this investigation as well into Trump's potential ties to Russia?
I support an investigation, but I support the investigation into wiretapping claims as well. I think if you're going to investigate one, you need to investigate the other. I think that that's only fair, and I also think it's important to point out that President Obama's President Obama's
We're talking about Trump.
But I'm talking about President Obama's CIA director.
Yeah.
He came out and said, I see no ties, I see no collusion here. So when President Obama, who's a Hillary supporter...
No, Republicans said that too.
Right. Well, when Obama's acting CIA director comes out and says, I see no evidence that there's ties
But there's no evidence of wiretapping either.
But right, so we should investigate both to the fullest.
For me, the difference is that for wiretapping, there really is no evidence for what he's saying right now, in my opinion. But when it comes to the other issue of the ties to Russia, there was a lot of communication. You have several people in his campaign. I'm concerned for me.
I would like to ask you, woman to woman.
All right.
Is it difficult for you to support Trump as a leader when he treats women so poorly, the things that he said about women? Remember that horrible tape, the Access Hollywood tape? I won't even repeat it, it's so gross. Mm-hmm. And not to mention the things he said about Megyn Kelly and about Alicia Machado, all that stuff against women.
You know, if we go back to the campaign, which is when most of this took place, I looked at the things that now President Trump said, and I look at the things that Hillary Clinton did, and I had to weigh them. But I did. But now we're talking about now.
What did she say that was so horrendous towards men?
actions.
Towards men.
You know, she stayed married to Bill Clinton. So is she giving him a pass then? But beyond that,
Not be seen as a sign of strength to pursue through the vow of marriage.
Tommy, don't you believe in love?
So, since Hillary's a strong woman for staying with Bill throughout all his scandals, does that mean Melania is strong for staying with Trump? Or should she leave him since he's a sexist pig?
Had been a Democrat, you all at this table would have been applauding her, singing her praises. So if he doesn't like women, he's anti-woman. I don't think he would have selected a woman to
That's like
run his
saying all my
campaign.
best friends are Jewish and being an anti-Semite. It has nothing to do with
He
one
trusts
person.
women.
No, I think there's something to saying you're putting your money where your mouth is.
I get a lot of attacks
That's
from
good.
conservative women as well. You know, I think it's
unusual.
equal hate from all sides for
Well,
me.
you don't have any problems
Tommy,
with
I told you
LGBT.
that we wouldn't bite. Everybody, give it up for Tomi
bite.
Lahren. We don't bite. We're going to be